Hi everyone, it's me. Who else would it be? Just doing another video. Didn't really have any questions to answer, so like I said before, if you guys want to ask me any questions, just let me know. Boo's staring at me like, what the heck are you doing, Mom? So good news is she can go with me wherever now. I have a doctor's note and she's registered and she's learning her tricks super fast. So yeah, she's super smart. Right, Boo? But yeah. What else? Somebody texted me yesterday. And I was just like, he's like, tell Boo I miss her and love her. I was like, I guess his phone got disconnected because he was texting me from somebody else's phone. And it happened to be the woman that he used to live with. So I was just like, okay, whatever. Why did you tell me that, first off? Second off, you know? But, yep. I don't know, went to the doctors. Went to my first bariatric appointment, and okay, unfortunately it's more waiting because I have to pay $450 to get the program started. They will just do split payments, $225 and $225. Fortunately, with all my other bills and moving and all that, I really don't know when I'm gonna have that money. And I was thinking of doing a fundraiser on like FundMe or something like that. Don't know if it'll work. You know, I'm just sick of not going anywhere and not, living, and I want things to get started. And I'm sick of waiting, and my insurance doesn't cover certain things. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I know I'll probably get a backlash of like hate for this. Okay. I am on Medicare and Medicaid. My state Medicaid does not pay for anything to do with weight loss. Nothing to do with weight loss. Because obesity is not a disease or a symptom according to laws at the moment. As of the first of the year, with Obamacare kicking in, obesity will, from what my doctors have told me, will be a disease, a treatable disease. You can actually start putting it down as a reason to ask for treatment. But again, it will be a state-to-state thing. And well, our state is pretty progressive, well, at least our city. It's weird because the three biggest cities here are progressive, while the rest of the state is pretty backwoods. But because the three biggest cities are pretty huge compared to all the little towns, our state is pretty much Democratic. So I'm not complaining necessarily. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. But yeah, I was gonna go into that in another video as well. Start touching on things that may be a little more controversial. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yes, I have a scratch on my face from Boo. Got excited when I left. And when I came back, she got excited. It's kind of a nice feeling, though, even though I don't got a little scratch right there. So yeah, it's a state-to-state basis, so I don't know what our state is going to be like, but we do have our lovely governor from Texas. So until she's gone, which I am so glad, I can't even imagine people voting for her again. And when she's gone, hopefully, things will get better in the state. She cut a lot of stuff and cut mental health care, cut like a lot of programs, and it's a shame. Like, and it's another thing that I want to go into, like the rich or the well-off, depending on how you want to look at yourself. Just wanting to get richer, and I don't understand how somebody with money can look at like people on the street and not want to do anything about it. Like, I have no money, and I mean, while I'm not giving money to people on the street, I will give them food. Back when I used to work, I used to work at Subway, you know, and there were many times I'd be walking home, you know, walking to the bus stop, and you know, there'd be people, and I'd offer them my chips or my cookie or even my sandwich at times, you know, and some of them, I don't want a sandwich, it's open. I'm like, well, the chips aren't open, I don't want chips. I'm like, well, then I guess you're not hungry. You know, I mean, I would get a little callous in that way, you know, but it was downtown Milwaukee. A lot of people asking for money for reasons other than food, and in which case I would not help them. But I just don't understand how somebody with money and like 5 houses doesn't want to help somebody who doesn't have money or a house. And there's so many, I'm not even going to go into this rant right now, maybe another video, but you know, it's just stuff that's on my mind, like, I don't know. Like I said, but I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm middle of the road, maybe. Honestly, I'm a little socialist. Oh my god, it's horrible. I really admire Denmark's government, and some hardcore Republicans are probably thinking and commenting, go move there, and if I could, I would. It's just not easy to pick up and move across the world and go to another country. If it was, I'd be there. You know, they do pay 50% taxes, but everything, all your basic human necessities are pretty much taken care of. People aren't greedy there. Pop stars live in 1-bedroom apartments. You know, I don't know if anyone saw that on Oprah, like where they interviewed the pop star Robin, and she lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, and she's like, why would I need more? I'm just one person. I was like, wow, that is just like awesome. When we have pop stars here who have freaking like mansions and like 60 cars and freaking $1 million necklaces, and it's like, okay, what do you really need that for? And I don't understand that greed of wanting more than you really need. And yes, I am looking for a 2-bedroom place to live in, but one, a 2-bedroom isn't much more expensive than a 1-bedroom, and 2, I'd like to have an office to work out of. But I will go for a 1-bedroom if needed. But honestly, most 1-bedrooms are not that much cheaper than a 2-bedroom. I don't know if it's that way everywhere, but it's that way here. Don't want a studio. Definitely need more than 1 room. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna end this video because it's getting a little, but just I guess that's what's going on with me. Still going through insurance loopholes and all that fun stuff that's supposed to save the government money is honestly not saving the government money. One more rant about my CPAP or my oxygen for my sleep apnea. Like, okay, they put in where it's supposed to save the government money, like where you have to go by a specific set of rules to get a CPAP or oxygen machine. Okay, but you only have a 30-day period to do it, and if not, you have to start the process all over again. I've had to restart this process. This is gonna be the 3rd time. How is this saving the government money? Because I didn't get all the paperwork, and the doctors thought I did everything I was supposed to do. I thought I did everything I was supposed to do, but then in the long run, it wasn't everything I was supposed to do. But they didn't call us until like 2 days before the 30-day period was going to be up. And with my ride program, I have to call at least 2 days ahead of time to get a ride to a doctor's appointment. So there was no way we were going to do it in the 30-day period. So again, I got to restart the process. And this is supposed to be saving money. I know a lot of people are against Obamacare, and I mean, like, it's a good idea with some wrong intent, or no, good intentions with some wrong ideals. Is that what I'm trying to say? Hold on, I gotta press mute. But, you know, it was, I don't know how to explain it, like, it needs some fine tuning, but, yeah. And I imagine the comments I'm gonna get on this, you know, and for all you who think I'm like mooching or freeloading or whatever off the system, I barely get enough to live on. I have to work and do other stuff. I can't really work. And I know a lot of people hate what I do with the videos and the phone and this and that. You know what? I wouldn't be able to live on what I get on disability, you know, unless I did stuff, and I'm not able to work right now out in public. And it's not because of my weight, it's because of my mental issues. My weight is because of my mental issues, and I don't go into this a lot, and I know I don't need to explain myself. You know, I've always been a big girl, and up until 2007, I did support myself. I remember when I thought a $400 paycheck was a big deal. I remember thinking I was a manager at Subway, and I was making $8, $9 an hour, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. No, it's not. Not even back then. You know, and I remember scraping by and barely making it, and working 3 jobs, going to school full-time, and still struggling to make ends meet. I didn't qualify for food stamps, so basically I ate Subway all the time. And yes, I was still fat. I was about 260, 280, you know. So it wasn't, I walked to work, I went to the gym, you know, and then like in 2007, I had a nervous breakdown, and that's pretty much where things went. 2009, I got on disability. You know, I can barely leave the house. A lot of things happened to me all at once, and maybe someday I'll go into all those things that happened to me which caused me to have my nervous breakdown. It wasn't just one thing. It was like a succession of things hitting me all in a row. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go. This is getting really long, and I know not everybody made it this far. So leave your hate, leave your questions, leave your whatever, leave your opinions, whatever. Okay, laters.